Welcome to the lair of the Batty Boffin.
Hi there, Batty fans. It's time for a little bit of a series here on positive and negative numbers. It's one of the things I'm asked about all the time. So here we're going to do a little short series of videos on how to add, subtract, multiply and divide positive, negative numbers, and you will be sure that you've definitely got the right answer. Now, to start off with, we're going to do adds and subtracts, and I've got here a little exercise that I find people find very, very helpful. You can download this from the website www.battyboffin.co.uk, and there you can also find number lines that you might find helpful as well. I've drawn one on the side here, but you can also pop along to downloads and print off any of those yourself if you would find that helpful. Now, for this exercise here, what we've got is every possible combination of adding and subtracting with 2s and 5s. We'll do it again with different numbers in here. So what we've got here in red is the number that you start off with. And for the story, we're going to call those pounds, or they could be dollars or euros or shekels or whatever it is that's the currency where you are. I'm going to call them pounds. So we start off with pounds. In green is whether somebody gives you something or steals something from you. There are some naughty pickpockets in these stories. And in blue is what they give you or steal from you. So for the first one, which is pretty easy, and I'm sure you know the answer to this one, you start off with £2 and somebody gives you £5. Pretty obviously on that, you are going to be better off. And here's the important thing. We're going to put an up arrow or a down arrow in that box, because the important thing here is whether you're counting upwards or counting downwards. That's where you start from, that's how many you move by, and that's the direction. Pretty obviously, starting from 2 and going up by 5, we get to 7. But you knew that one. Now on the next one, again, also fairly easy. You should know this one, I think. You start off with £2 and that pickpocket comes and steals from you, and he steals £5. So if he steals £5, you're worse off. Starting off at 2, which is here, and going downwards by 5, we get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -3. Okay, so that's 2, take away a 5, gets you to -3. Yep, okay with that one? Let's carry on with the story. You have £2 and somebody gives you something. Yay! But they don't give you £5, they give you -5. They give you a bill for £5. They give you a debt. So they're not giving you actual £5, they're giving you a piece of paper that says you must pay £5. So you're not better off, you're worse off. Even though they've given you something, you're worse off because they haven't given you money, they've given you a debt. So again, starting at 2 and counting downwards by 5, we get to -3. So these two are actually the same thing. Taking away 5 and adding -5. It works out to be the same thing. Can you see that? This one down here, this is where it starts foxing people, but just follow the story and it'll all become clear. You have £2, that is good. Somebody steals from you. Oh, that's not good. Ah, but look what they steal. They steal a debt. So it's like a pickpocket has come and out of your pocket has taken the piece of paper that says you must pay £5. So you don't have to pay it now. The thief does, because they've stolen it. Serves them right, quite frankly. So even though somebody's stolen from you, because they stole a debt, you're better off. Starting from 2 and going upwards, we get to 7, +7. Taking away the negative number actually makes it bigger. Yes? Now, let's carry on with these ones down here. Here, they're very similar, but we start off with -£2. So you haven't got £2. You're already £2 in debt. This is not good. So you've got -£2, that's there, and somebody gives you £5. So which way does the arrow go? Yeah, it goes up. Starting at -2 and going up by 5, we get to +3. Happy with that? Starting at -2 and going up, we get to +3. The next one, we're starting at -2 again, and this time somebody takes away £5. Which way does the arrow go? Yeah, that's right, it's down. They're stealing from you. You're worse off. Starting at -2 and going down, we get to -7. Next one. Starting off at -2 again, and somebody gives you a debt. Not so good. Which way does the arrow go? When you're adding -5, is that better off or worse off? It's worse off. The arrow goes down. So starting at -2 and counting downwards, we get to -7. And finally, the last one, which has got negatives all over the place, you start off at -2. Somebody steals from you, but they steal a debt. Which way does the arrow go? I hope you said up. Even though it's a subtraction, it's subtracting a negative number, which is the same kind of thing. If somebody steals your debt for £5, it has the same effect on you as if they'd given you a £5 note. Yes? You're still going up, you're still better off. So starting at -2 and going up by 5, we get to +3. How did you get on with those? Do you follow the story? You'll find it very helpful. What I'm going to do now is wipe down this board, and then I'm going to redraw the same kind of thing but with different numbers, and then you can have a go at them. See you in a minute. Right, here's one for you to try. So we've got all the different combinations of sums with 4s and 3s here. We're going to start off with 4 and add on a normal 3, so I think you know that one. Later on, we're having 4 and we're taking away 3, or taking away -3. The key here is to work out whether you're better off or worse off. Somebody steals a debt. Are you better off or worse off? Put the arrow in the box and then work out the answer. So here you'd be starting off at normal 4 and either moving up or down. For these later ones, you're starting at -4 and either moving up or down. So tell yourself the little story, put the arrow in the box and get the answers. Right, let's go through those. For the first one, that's pretty easy. You're starting off at +4 and we're adding normal 3, so we go up and the answer is +7. For the second one, we're starting at normal 4 and somebody's giving you a bill, they're giving you a debt, so you're worse off. Which means we start off at normal 4 and we count downwards and we get to 1. For the next one, we start off at normal 4 and somebody steals money from you. Well, you're worse off again. So once again, we start at normal 4 and we count downwards and we get to 1. Here, we start off at normal 4 and this naughty pickpocket steals a debt out of your pocket. That means you're actually better off. So we're going up. Starting off at normal 4 and counting upwards, we get to +7. Did you get that one? Good. Now for these ones down here, we're starting at -4. Once again, somebody gives you money, you're better off. So starting at normal 4 and counting upwards, we get to -1. Okay, you're still in debt, but you're not as in debt as you were, so that's better. Here, you start off at -4 and we're adding a negative number. Somebody gives you a bill, you're worse off. So starting at -4 and counting downwards, we get to -7. Here, we start at -4 and somebody steals money. If they're stealing money, you are worse off. So starting at -4 and going down, that is -7 again. And for the final one, we're starting at -4 and this naughty pickpocket steals from you, but serve them right, they steal a bill out of your pocket. So they don't have, you have to pay it now, they have to pay it, not you. So you are better off. Starting at -4 and counting upwards, we get to -1. There. I hope you got those. The next video we're going to have just a little more practice on these so you can really get the hang of them. See you next time.
Mwahaha! Mwahaha! Mwahaha!